Based on a true story, with names changed to protect privacy, follow the astonishing journey of a man named Henry, who was presumed dead for 15 years, is found alive and hiding in plain sight, with a new identity and a dark secret that led to a mysterious Valentine's Day tragedy. In the heart of Florida, under the eerie glow of streetlights, the bustling customer care center on the 7th floor of Cerebro Tower remains inexplicably active at midnight. Staff murmurs mix with flickering monitors as the quiet tension hints that something far beyond a routine shift is about to occur. Who is the mysterious presence that will soon disturb the quiet rhythm of this night shift? Henry, known as Peter Patel at work, is unsuspectingly doing his night shift. Two strangers arrive and introduce themselves as guests, demanding to see Henry. Who are these mysterious guests, and why do they know a name Henry that hasn't been spoken in 15 years? Fuel officer tries to guide the guests to the meeting room. Inside a secluded meeting room, two tall, imposing figures sit in silent expectation when one extends his hand and greets the arriving man with an unexpected, intimate familiarity by uttering the name Henry. The greeting draws a visible shudder from him, as if that name has locked away a long-forgotten history. Henry goes pale, unsettled by hearing Henry after so many years. Why has Henry hidden his true name for so long, and what forced him into another identity? Realizing he is cornered, Henry tries to act calm, but the men confirm a unique feature on his finger, the ring from old volleyball injuries. They lead him downstairs where a police vehicle waits. Where are they taking him, and what evidence do they have to prove he isn't who he says he is? The masked men reveal themselves as Boston Crime Branch officers. A cryptic text is sent to their DCP reading, "Got him." Heading back. What crime from Boston's past has finally caught up to Henry? Henry sits in handcuffs, recalling the day he vanished 15 years ago. Flashback images swirl in his mind, a wedding ring, a dupatta, a lifeless body. Flashback to a warm, candlelit evening on Valentine's Day in 2017, when Peter, then living as Henry, celebrated an arranged marriage with his gentle wife, Maya. Their union, framed by cultural traditions and tender hopes, seemed destined for an enduring future, despite its unconventional beginnings. Could the harmony of their newly forged bond have concealed dark secrets waiting to emerge? Before the first signs of disaster, Maya's instinctive warnings resonate during quiet moments at home, urging caution in a city where unseen dangers lurk outside every door. Her voice, both tender and foreboding, hints that the world beyond might not be as kind as it seems. Was Maya's gentle caution the first whisper of a tragedy that no one could foresee? Maya's routine departure to visit her family takes a dark turn. On what was expected to be an ordinary day, the signals of normalcy begin to fade. A hurried goodbye at dawn, and a cryptic phone call signal that something irrevocable is about to shatter their once peaceful life. What fateful twist awaited Maya that would turn everyday life into a nightmare? Peter's world is shattered with a frantic phone call urging him to rush to the hospital, where chaos and despair intersect, a scene of desperate doctors and distraught relatives as news of a brutal crime unfolds. The revelation: Maya has been found strangled, her life violently extinguished in circumstances hinting at betrayal more than simple robbery. Could Maya's tragic end be tied to the double life Peter had desperately tried to escape? Within minutes of the hospital crisis, Florida police swarmed the scene, escorting Peter with caution as suspicions mount. Blue and red flashing lights mingle with nighttime shadows, setting the stage for an investigation that will soon expose more than a single crime. Will the relentless pursuit of justice finally force Peter's concealed past into the open? In bustling streets and festive celebrations, the seeds of his double life were sown against a backdrop of love and unspoken dilemmas. How did the traditions and expectations of one city contribute to the burgeoning identity crisis that Peter would later confront? Rumors begin to swirl, whispers of an illicit affair that Peter had once nurtured before his marriage. This secret liaison, filled with stolen glances and covert meetings, may have set off a chain reaction that culminated in Maya's heartbreak and the careful adoption of false identities. Could this concealed romance have been the spark that ignited the downfall of his carefully built life? As investigators pore over files and faded documents, they uncover startling evidence, a collage of forged passports, mismatched records, and red-marked timelines that point unerringly to Peter's deliberate reinvention. His every step was meticulously planned to hide a life of deceit. What drove Peter Patel to orchestrate a labyrinth of false identities for over a decade and a half? A breakthrough comes when surveillance at the customer care center reveals a shocking anomaly, a landline call made from a number linked to Florida that inexplicably ties back to Peter's new life. This quiet detail, hidden in plain sight, begins to unravel the carefully spun web. Could that single, cryptic phone call illuminate the dark path behind Peter's transformation? As detectives trace the origins of the mysterious call, their investigation surges into a conspiracy involving a former officer turned criminal mastermind operating from within the same city. This revelation hints at a far more extensive network orchestrating the identity fraud. Is it possible that the forces behind this identity swap are part of a larger criminal empire beyond anyone's wildest fears? Digital surveillance footage reveals fleeting images of a man resembling Peter moving stealthily through major cities like New York, Chicago, and California. Each snippet is a chilling reminder that his phantom presence transcended borders and time. How did one man manage to slip through the cracks of multiple cities and reinvent himself at every turn? The investigation deepens when forensic accountants and cyber experts reveal that Peter's identity switch was not merely a personal survival tactic, it was intricately tied to a network of forged documents, fake passports, and vast underground financial dealings. Will the exposure of this underground empire finally bring the full magnitude of Peter's misdeeds into the light? In a poignant twist, Peter's estranged mother unexpectedly contacts him using an old landline, a call that the authorities had meticulously intercepted. Her voice, laced with worry and longing, now holds the potential to expose the final link in his convoluted past. Could this long-forgotten call from his mother be the ultimate clue that shatters the facade of Peter's dual existence once and for all? The net tightens around Peter when plainclothes officers, executing a well-coordinated operation in a sleek Florida office, finally corner him. In that charged moment, his calm veneer fractures as the hidden weight of his past crashes down. With Peter confronted by his relentless pursuers, what explosive revelations will emerge from his crumbling world? Under intense interrogation, a broken Peter finally confesses the painful truth. His transformation into Henry was born from a desperate need to escape a past steeped in betrayal, guilt, and the shattering loss of his beloved Maya. His admission redefines every twist in the labyrinth of his double life. Can this confession untangle the intricate web of deceit, or will it only deepen the mystery of a man haunted by his own choices? In the final reckoning, justice prevails as Peter is sentenced. The entire 15-year deception fell apart with just one call to his mother from the office's landline. The story of Henry or Peter serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of our actions and the complexity of human nature.